Stormlord, I trust your evening is pleasant and gentle. Yes, sire. I understand, my liege. You are uncomfortable with honorifics. However, even without the Queen's countenance, you and your powers have earned a place of respect among my people. I mean, first you appear in a flash of blinding blue light in the middle of one of our patrols. Then, those foolish enough to face you in battle learned very quickly the folly of such a transgression. The very storms obeyed you. The winds held your would-be attackers against the earth. The very lightning surrounded and shielded you from our arrows and spears. Water magically appeared and became thick walls of ice. Even the jungle somehow came alive with vines to hold our army back. Then, suddenly, for no apparent reason, you showed mercy to us. You couldn't understand our language, we couldn't hurt you. However, you just relented and accepted, allowed your capture, harming no one despite your obvious ability to do so, quite handedly if I do say so myself. You allowed our people to see the benefits of negotiations, the benefits of again allowing magics in our society, allowing us the kindness of your countenance, assistance, and current negotiations to occur. With all due respect, Queen Lyra would not consider you for a place among her people if you were not worthy. Your appearance and demonstration of your amazing abilities spread like wildfire among our citizens. It earned you an equal standing with her and the respect of our people. Please consider, a man being given a place of power and authority among the Amazons. It's unheard of amongst the long history of our city and people. We Amazons know no fear, but even the best of us were given to pause at your ability. You even decided of your own accord to aid in our city's defense when that dirty Naga clan tried to take our water sources. Our strategists say that skirmish would have taken several days and many injuries. And it was ended in less than an hour with your intervention, further cementing your name as our Stormlord and the necessity of honoring you and your place among our ranks. If I may, did you ever figure out what happened to bring you here? You said it was a strange talisman that transported you magically into our midst, from a desert to our jungle. I mean, we gave you access to our library of knowledge, and have you not found any connection between it and our kingdom? Please don't misunderstand. I am glad you're here. We're just wondering if you feel this was fated or just a random happenstance. Why haven't you been able to... Yes, my liege. Sorry. I have the counter-proposal here for your review and approval. It has been several weeks to get to this point, and I am to inform you that our queen hopes this is more to your liking. While we of course expect you will cast your spells to translate our language before your final agreement, please allow me to go over some of the finer points and changes proposed. While most of the agreement remains unchanged from the previous versions, I believe that this will be to your liking. The lodging and treasure stipend remains intact, though I still believe you were ridiculously generous to us in the amount you accepted, or rather refused. You will be given a new home built to your specifications in the heart of our city. Free reign of the city and our neighboring territories, full rights and access to our archives and city records, a school to teach our best academics your ways, and we did remove the success or proficiency clauses. So if none of our people can learn your abilities, that's not on you. Our people can call upon you in the city's defense at any time, and you will restore and maintain the city's ancient mystic wards that have been fallen into despair. Realign, you said, and work towards enhancing our existing defenses, providing training to our people and maintaining the mystical alignment for our wards and sigils. Here we are. Your personal guard has been increased from 6 to 10. They will be taught your language, and their first loyalty will be to you, followed by your order and your wishes. But they may be called to aid in the defense of our city should they be free from your needs. The Queen has promoted their full duties to include your defense, your protection, service, and they are to act as your personal consorts. Furthermore, you have been given full autonomy regarding breeding with our people. Unlike any other man we marry, you are free to copulate or not, and must be asked. No Amazon will be allowed to try and capture or take you against your will. A hard shift for our people, as men are subservient in our culture. But Queen Lyra insists her people show you the utmost respect at all times, which includes your personal, physical, and sexual autonomy. Back up? You mean step away? Oh, you mean the changes? Yes, Stormlord. Consorts. Your personal guard will have armor, uniforms, and color schemes to your specifications for easy identification, and they will be unable to marry or take a husband while in your service. They cannot be distracted in their obligations to your orders. Well, we understand that we all have sex drives, and the prohibition of marriage and your sexual autonomy, our queen felt it was important, imperative, to ensure all involved could find release as needed. You know, so you can focus on your obligations and work freely of any stressors or tension. Please do well to remember that in our culture, men are, well, captured. They breed our children, but they have little rights and must stay home to tend to the hearth and family they sire. This is not going to be changed for our people, as this is our way, but you are the exception. No Amazon may try and claim you, and ordinarily, sex isn't allowed in our society outside of marriage. Well, between the sexes at any rate. Thus, the duty of consort had to be added to your personal guard so everyone can be happy and taken care of. Stormlord, please remember and know in your heart that we mean absolutely no offense. Some of this is cultural, so our people know what is to be expected and allowed. And to be honest, I am unclear why you or any man would be resistant to being in the dominant role with an Amazon, let alone 10 of our best and strongest warriors. I mean, the unwritten expectation in these negotiations is that you will reside here for the rest of your life. We, of course, absolutely can't stop you at all if you choose to leave, so we're honestly trying to encourage you to truly embrace and enjoy your new life here with us. I know you will read everything more thoroughly before your final signature, but that's about the extent of the changes. Is there anything else I can do for you in the matter? Me? What about me? Oh, I am not one of your elite guards. I was assigned to you upon your first arrival simply because I was one of the few to be able to speak your language. This has led to my assignment as your liaison as we begin the discussions and negotiations for you finding a home here among us, nothing more. Though we are all warriors, I am more academic, so once you've agreed and your consorts are selected, you probably won't see me again, except maybe as a student. That's so kind of you, Stormlord. I've also grown quite fond of you over the past moon. However, I am not one of our best, and you deserve nothing less. Well, I am not sure to what degree, but I am certain you will have the input into who's assigned to you. I just won't be among the warriors to choose from. Right now we have 120 or so of our strongest and fiercest warrior maidens that are assembled and being taught your language, who will become your candidate pool, most of which volunteered for the chance. Again, your prowess is almost legendary among our people. No, I should not be among them. I'm not saying I don't want to be associated with you any longer, of course, just that your position deserves the best, and that's what we can offer. Not that you'll need it, but they will stand between you and any physical harm. Their strength and shield will cover you while your magic undoes reality or whatever your powers do. They must allow you to focus on your strengths in combat. They must be expendable, so you may be safe. While many of us suspect that this is more ceremonial, what with your amazing godlike powers and abilities, our beloved queen feels it important to provide you with a contingent of our warriors, befitting your position and authority. No, Stormlord. None of us believe that you are at all vulnerable. However, should the impossible happen, we will stand before you, protect you, and die for you. There are none as fierce as Amazon serving her queen, and you are, by her decree, to be her equal in stature. No harm shall befall you as long as you are in her service as our Stormlord. And with 10 warriors assigned, you should have at least 3 standing with you at all times. We do need to sleep, after all. Well, 3 standing and the rest laying with you, if you so choose. You seem a bit worried, Stormlord. I mean, yes, there is some additional training and adjustments our warriors will have to go through for you. You will have your pick and can have sex with any of your guard, but they will not only likely all be virgins, only known to other women, but also uncertain on how to please you. You see, we are taught how to breed or mate, but it is all about us taking our pleasure from our husband and his seed. The purpose is reproduction with a side of sexual gratification that our husband can enjoy or not. We do care for our husbands, of course. We do kiss and cuddle from time to time. However, we are not taught or shown how to let the man lead. How to let him take his pleasure for the sake of pleasure. So there will be a bit of adjusting on our part. As you know, we are a female-dominated society. We are more than just dominant. We are primarily only female as a people. We only birth females and are naturally better than human men. We're stronger, faster, healthier, taller, and we have more endurance. Naturally born warriors who have limited interactions with men except for marriage, and even then just for procreation. Here, our numbers are in the hundreds of thousands of Amazons, while there are only around 200 husbands. As such, we will have a lot to adjust to in being with you being here as a free man of nearly equal standing to Queen Lyra herself. Of course, you will be able to enjoy sex in your own way. You won't be refused. I mean, if human women enjoy sex led by human men, it can't all be bad, right? What do you mean you're not so sure? Why? What would you like to do that you feel an Amazon wouldn't? No, it is important. Aside from being part of our agreement for your countenance, it is our honor and duty to make sure you are happy as a revered member of our people. What concerns you? Missionary? Doggy? They're straddling you, facing or otherwise, and probably the most common for reproduction is the mating press. How do we have sex? You mean with other Amazons? Oh, well, with lots of oral and rubbing together, I guess, for lack of better phrasing. Penetration with fingers and tongues, lots of leg locks, and even bringing our sexes together. Touching and skin-to-skin contact. It's very, very intimate and drawn out, especially thanks to our natural endurance. So, what ways of sex would you be afraid to engage in if you are concerned about our cultural differences? Well, we do orally gratify one another, so taking you into our mouths is not necessarily unreasonable. I doubt anyone here ever has, but probably. Maybe. I don't think anyone would necessarily be averted to it, and I'm certain that none of us would say no to you if that's your worry. Yes, Stormlord. Us. We won't say no. Watch.